against me and the opinion of others. Today's topic is a really disturbing one, very sensitive, and it's a painful. Should I say painful? Yeah, painful. I won't be talking too much because the opinions I got here is so long. The voice notes long because I told you the topic is very disturbing. Yeah, the topic is how or what how should you cope abuse, domestic violence, sexual abuse during this lockdown period? Or what is your advice to people out there that are locked down with abusers and so before the lockdown, yeah, the some people are living their partners are abusers. And before the lockdown, so they are they'll go to work, they have places to go to, and they won't really be abused like that. But now nowhere to go to, you are locked indoor with the abuser, nothing to do. So what is your opinion in me? Like, I'm really pained. But so I have people's opinion. You know, I said I was not going to talk much. Yeah. So let's start with
Okay, so for people who are locked down with abusive partners, one thing that I would advise is, okay, so there are agencies who actually have these kinds of things as their objectives. So I think that such people should get the contacts of those agencies. They will most likely be working in this period. Put a call through. And then again, for people who are with abusive partners, really aggressive and abusive partners, I feel like everybody should have a form of self-protection. So if it's pepper spray, at least, I recommend that highly, pepper spray, because you never can tell what's going to happen. So always be with not a gun, no, something like pepper spray, something light that can inflict as much pain.
Opinion here. So this person said, okay, so I hear of these stories and it's not a good thing. And sometimes I think, what can be done to stop this? Getting a good answer is difficult because most children abused have the problem of fear. Not knowing who to talk to that can be trusted. I think making a list of people they can trust to talk to about it and get justice will be helpful. You can suggest to them people you feel will listen to them, believe them, understand and help them. Then always tell them fear of speaking will only make them to keep suffering in silence. Sometimes I wish the punishment for people who abuse young ones can be fierce. The way life imprisonment scares people. Okay, now this person, because the topic is in two ways. One is the if you are locked down with an abusive partner, and also if you are also locked down with an abuser, like as a kid, maybe maybe your uncle. But I mean, the abuse I'm talking about is sexual abuse. There are some children now that are locked down with different abusers in the house. It can be their uncles, it can even be their own father, their own brothers. They are like, it's a two-way thing. The guy, it can be the boy child that is locked with an abuser. So now this person has given us, okay, what to do. If I tell them to speak as call this and that. Okay, this person also spoke about the marriage part. Says, and the marriage part, some men amaze me. She's there. She's not running. If she's not in the mood this minute, doesn't mean she will not be in the mood forever. So why the sexual violence? Let me pause for now. Do you know that there's something we call rape in marriage? Because most people feel, okay, because I'm married to you, like most guys, they feel, okay, you are my wife, so don't you must have that sex. He's a compulsory something. No, if your wife is not in the mood, then you just leave her, let her be. You can make her be in the mood, and if she's not getting in the mood, let her be. Why force her? She is your wife. You will always have sex with her. So you forcing your wife or you having sex with her without her consent is rape. So now this is what this person is talking about. And okay, let me go on. So why the sexual violence? Why do you need to eat her? No one is going anywhere per se. Till this lockdown is over, be in the mood by force to avoid the violence. Okay, and this person said the person should be in the mood by force to avoid the violence. You know, you can't force yourself to be in the mood for something. You can't force it. That's it. It comes naturally. It just comes. So now, you are saying that this person should first, well, I understand this person. I understand this person though, because this person is trying to avoid violence. At least just try and just force yourself. You just go run for your life, because if staying there, you might end up dying, not due to coronavirus, not due to hunger virus, but due to punches from your abusive partner, which is not acceptable and which is very, very heartbreaking. So we're gonna listen to another person. This person is a legal advisor, or should I say a lawyer? Yeah, a lawyer. So let's hear.
Legal advice would I prefer for victims of domestic abuse, whether in marriage or whatever, especially during this COVID-19 compulsory lockdown, and as well as safety tips. Yeah, the first thing I will tell you is the fact that we are having a total lockdown or what have you doesn't mean that the laws of the federation are in abeyance. But of course, fundamental rights are still so much inactive, and of course, where there are situations whereby there is abuse of these fundamental rights of citizens, of course, we should all go to the necessary institutions and seek redress. For instance, the COVID-19 regulations that the presidency actually brought into action not too long stipulates in Section 7 that court matters that are urgent and essentials or time-bound are still so much inactive, of course. And without mincing words, the police stations are still there, the police are still working, security agencies are still working, and the government itself are still working. So that shows that where there are domestic abuse or abuse in marriage or what have you, of course, these victims should speak out. They shouldn't have the misconception that because there is a lockdown, of course, there is no way for them to run to. Of course, there are places to run to. Police stations are still so much in action, and of course, the courts are still working. And of course, matters like this, the matters like this, of course, are essential matters, and of course, I believe the courts will entertain such matters. So, the Lagos State government of recent as well actually put out some certain numbers for persons to call where domestic abuse or other related affairs actually come up. I think one of them is the Office of the Public Defender, the Permanent Care Board, and there are some non-governmental organizations that are very critical at this stage that are actually in active service as well, that we may also call and seek their assistance. And of course, you can always consult your lawyer. Call your lawyers on phone, they will provide legal advice for you and what to do. So we want to advise people at home to be so much aware of the fact that whether or not there is a total lockdown, the laws or respective laws of the Federation vis-a-vis the fundamental rights enforcement procedure rules are still so much in action. Hence, their rights have not been trampled upon, or they shouldn't let their rights be trampled upon.
The lawyer advised the abused to run to the police station, what have you. You know, there are some abusers that their case is a critical something. What if the abuser, now I'm asking you out there now that you're watching this video, what if that abuser has locked the abused inside? The person has locked the door, locked the house, the key is with the abuser, so the abused cannot run away. The abuser has ceased all forms of communication from the abused. No, it's a very, very painful something. Okay, let us move on. I said I was not going to talk too much, but now I'm talking too much because it's paining me. Yes. So now let's move on to another person. Let us hear.
I do not think that any man should lay a hand on the woman. Neither do I think that a woman should lay a hand on the man. Like I told you, I saw the opinion of persons around me. Some said that they should report authority. Some said they should have self-orientation, that this is not the right thing to do. If you see themselves as, she is my wife, she is my husband, if they come to realize this, I tell you, it will go. I tell you, time of lockdown, to see themselves that she is my wife, he is my husband. A self-realization of this, and the acknowledgement of this, and dedication to this, and determination to achieve this, my love, my husband, my love, my wife. It has to be done with Christ. I'm telling you facts. There are no two ways about it. Even when the world may not like to hear about it, I tell you, it has to be done with Christ.
If I was with an abuser during this lockdown period, although, well, it depends on the relationship I have with the person. It could be father, uncle, cousin, friend, neighbor, whoever the person is, depending on the relationship. Then there's some things to be done. If it's someone like, let's say, a neighbor, friend, family friend, or maybe an extended family member that doesn't stay with me directly, maybe neighbor from probably the next house or the next room, or it's something that can be reported. If it's that way, if it's that kind of abuser, should be reported. And then if it's okay, apart from being reported, I'll try not to be alone with the person. I'll always try to have company around me. I'll always try to have company around me. I'll endeavor not to be alone, never to be alone with the person, because I'm very sure that the abuser will not want other people to find out. So, but now that there's a lockdown and everybody is being forced to stay at home, they are all forced to stay together, I will resort to violence. One, I would always walk around with a sharp object. That's what I would do. Maybe I want to go through and pass where the person is, or I'll always make sure that there's an object on me. Because at that moment, if he tries to do anything funny and I stab him, I'm not going to kill him, but then injure him at that point. People will ask what he did. If he cannot tell them, obviously he will lie and say this. But then they will ask, what am I doing with a knife? So there's no way, even he will not be able to say, this is what I did to her.
So that's the end of this episode. And I'm sure we've heard different people's opinion and their comments. And I also want you all to also drop your own comments in the section box, in the section comment section. I also want you all to drop your opinion. Okay, find out. I'm sure there are some people that spoke that you did not really agree to. You can drop it in the comment section. Or is it one of my own opinion you did not agree to? Drop it in the comment. And I said previously that what if the abuser seized the phones of the abused? Like the abused cannot communicate with anyone because the abuser will feel this person might report or something. You as the neighbor, what are you doing about it? Because if the abuser is beating the abused, you will surely hear noises coming out from the person's house. You will hear as the neighbor. But I feel we don't just take importance of these things because you feel it's not your business, it's their business. No, it's not just their business, it's our business. It's my business, it's your business for you to stop any form of domestic violence or sexual abuse. Sorry, I'm angry, but I'm actually angry because there are some people that they will know that this person in that house is passing through this, but they will still keep quiet, they will not talk. Like, it's my business, it's not my house. No, it shouldn't be. It should be your brother's keeper, it should be your sister's keeper. It should be the call and send for help for that person because the person there is helpless. And you should help the person. Don't just say it's not my business, it's a business. No, please. I want us all to build up that how should I put it? I want us to build up this profile. Let me just do it that way. Because right now, words are not even coming to my head because I'm pained, I'm odd. Yes, I am. Thank you. I know you're telling me sorry. Thank you. I am. Because I'm putting myself in the shoes of the abuse. Like, do you know how painful that thing is? And now it's locked down. There's no even way to go. Not that they are going to work or something. Listen, it should not be just their business. It should be my business. It should be your business. Once you see anywhere or any out that domestic violence is happening, call and report. If you see where a child is being sexually abused or where man is sexually abusing his spouse, call his and please. It is our business. O-U-R, our business, not just their business. Please, be your brothers, people, and neighbors. You people we should come together and curb all this, because once we all come together and curb this, and not just sit down in your house and start like, maybe the woman said it's her fault, maybe the woman annoyed the man or something. No matter what the woman do, doesn't mean you should resort to violence. So please, I want us all to get this and just keep this at the back of your mind. Keep it very, very safe with you. Yeah, and thank you for watching, and I hope we will all make it our business and report any form of domestic violence or any form of sexual abuse. I'm sure people know that I fight against sexual abuse, especially rape for the girl child. So that's why this thing is paining me. It's not that sexual abuse, but it's really, really paining me. Yes, it's paining me. And don't forget to give this video a like. Forget to comment, and please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Let us all work and let's work together to make sure all these things are caught. You know what I'm saying? So guys, thanks for watching once again. How many times have I said that? Anyhow, chat, thanks for watching, and don't forget to put your comments or your opinion in the comment section. See, I still need answer, because I can't just rely on my own brain, my own opinion, and few people's opinion. I need your own opinion.